This video is sponsored by Scams.net. Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus opens with landscape shots of icy mountains. Credits play of the actors in the movie and directors. One of their names is Lorenzo Lamas, so I mean, how could this movie be bad? We start up in the Chukchi Sea, I don't know how to say that, off the Alaskan coast. I probably wouldn't go there. I mean, it only has a 3.7 out of 5 stars on Google, and that's over 200 reviews, so it's trustworthy, so don't go there. But there are people in this helicopter doing illegal sonar testing. Dude, some of the line deliveries in this movie are amazing. Like,
"Okay, Speedbird. This is amazing."
Then, oh no, the very real, not CGI glaciers start breaking. Like, I get this is a low-budget movie. Then we meet Emma, and this other guy who doesn't matter. The people in the helicopter are about to launch a missile into the glacier. I don't know. I don't even know. But clearly they don't know about the people in the submarine. The sonar falls further down into the water, now next to the submarine, which messes up all of the shits and makes the submarine sonar start glitching out. It also makes the glacier wall fall somehow. I'm not really sure, but like I said, this movie is amazing. Anyway, the glacier wall falling releases Giant Octopus and Mega Shark. No! We then go to Kobashi, subsea drilling platform off the Japanese coast. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. There's 3 people on the large oil mine talking to each other about who knows what.
Like urinating on coworkers? Haven't you guys ever been to a frat party? You're taking this way too seriously.
Then the giant octopus attacks. Then it just leaves that be for a while, I guess. Like, the movie doesn't really go back to that. I mean, it's weird. The movie does this a lot. So now we're in Point Doom, California. So many place changes. It's
amazing.
Dude, this movie's writing and delivery is so perfect.
Sweet.
Good sleep, Dick.
Get pills, huh?
So now there's a dead whale that washed up on the beach, and it's been attacked by something. Emma thinks that it has been done by something natural, but everyone else there just thinks that it was something mechanical or something that killed the whale because nothing's that big in the ocean. And then this doctor, holy shit.
You name one thing in that ocean that causes damage like that, besides you.
So then Emma promptly storms away from them. We find out that she stole the submarine from the beginning of the movie with the unnamed man and is probably going to get fired in the morning. So what does she do? Obviously, she sneaks into where the whale is and get the tooth. And she was right, there was a tooth there. We then cut to an airplane with all random characters. I was very confused by now because why are we in an airplane with a random dude? But this is why.
Holy shit!
The plane gets taken down, and that man is sadly no longer in the movie. I really, really wish that he was. Prayers out to that man. Emma gets fired and then goes to meet her old professor from college. They go back to his house to test the tooth and see what it belongs to. And lo and behold, it's a megalodon tooth. They never say Mega Shark in this movie, by the way, and I'm really, really bugged by it. Also, in the background of this testing room, there's a framed picture that says Gay Street. This movie is amazing. Professor Sanders gets a call from Dr. Shimada, a man who I haven't mentioned yet, but earlier in the movie when the oil rig got attacked by the octopus, there was a survivor who Dr. Shimada questioned. Emma and the professor go to the San Francisco airport to meet Dr. Shimada there. Dr. Shimada in the US! Let's go! They basically talk about how the government are little babies and don't want global panic about these crazy things and these beasts and whatever. Also, Professor has an Obama sticker on his car. He is the GOAT. They get back to the professor's house, and Dr. Shimada showed some illustrations of the octopus done by a survivor of the oil rig incident. There's a knock on the door, and the professor goes to grab a package. It's a disc. It's footage from when Emma and the man were in the submarine. Speaking of submarines, have you ever been scammed out of your submarine? Well, a quick word from our sponsor will help you never get scammed. Has this ever happened to you? Well, if you are one of the few unlucky people who this has happened to, make sure you email your credit card information to wewouldneverscammyou@gmail.com. Now viewing the footage from the submarine, our characters see visual proof of the mega shark and giant octopus. We cut out again to the US Lead Destroyer in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. These people are on a mission to
Find the beast. We're sending him to hell.
Even with as many shots as they take at the big old sharky, they don't hurt him a bit. Mega Shark came to kill, not to be killed. Mega Shark downs the entire boat, and after that, it's morning and we're back to the professor's house. And guess who's still there? It's Dr. Shimada. I love Dr. Shimada. But then guards break into the house and they're like, oh no! Now we're at Treasure Island, US Naval Air Command Station. They start talking about how they can take down the shark. Then the government dude says the best thing in the whole movie.
Now, clearly, we're dealing with a menace.
Even though government dude is a huge dick, he is
Amazing.
Then they walk into the control room and they have the CD. How do they have the CD? Anyway, they hand it to the people there, and now everyone has seen the shark and squid and know what they need to do. Our protagonists, Emma, the professor, and Shimada, want to capture the beasts and not kill them, but the government doesn't care. They want them gone and dead. They come to an agreement and make a plan. They just need to figure out how to get one of the creatures to San Francisco Bay and one to a Tokyo Bay, because there's special areas there where they can capture them. For legit minutes, they just mix together these colors. Then Dr. Shimada and Emma start talking all lovey-dovey, and then they kiss! Oh, it's Dr. Shimada, I can't believe it. You did it. You did it. Emma says she's gonna go for a walk. Twice. And Shimada follows. But it's not a walk at all. It's sexy time. After Dr. Shimada is done being a total G, being all romantic, bringing up smell and its physical attraction, then boom! Emma realizes how they can get them to the base. With pheromones. If they put the pheromones where they want them to go, they will go. This is awesome information. The government man doesn't trust that this will work. So our old pal the professor says something that will completely sway his judgment.
Those guys have been frozen in ice for millions of years. Wouldn't you be a little horny?
Then Shimada decides he'll go back to Tokyo to help with the stuff there. So they all say goodbye for now and hope to see each other soon. Also, who kept this take in the movie? Professor has stuff visibly on his tooth. Now they are scouting the areas, waiting for one of the creatures to come. A pilot sees one on his radar, but he's not close enough to get a good read, so the government man tells him to fly lower, or else he'll get fired. So he does, but then he gets boomed out of the sky by the octopus. They then fire a bunch of missiles at the octopus, but it doesn't work. Obviously it won't work, it hasn't worked so far, so why would it now? Why are they still doing it? I don't know, it doesn't matter. They set some of the bait now, and the shark is on its way to them, and the octopus is on its way to Tokyo. Professor and Emma are in a submarine attached to the ship that is carrying a bunch of the pheromones. To get the shark to go directly where they want it to go, they place it on the floor of the sea, but then of course it won't let go, and they're stuck to the floor of the sea with the pheromones. Mr. Govern Dick says,
You two lovebirds want to quit jerking off and drop that thing?
dude, this movie is so amazing!
Sharkzilla's.
This movie, it's amazing. The shark is only 5 minutes away, and they're still stuck on the seafloor. Then, apparently the shark gets faster than a jet, so they give a new ETA and it'll be there in 2 minutes. Then Mr. Government Man betrays our heroes and says that when he gives the call for the army that they should shoot to kill. Emma and the professor start driving back up to the ship, then the shark swims right past them and bumps them out of the way, and they start falling towards the seafloor. Then the army starts shooting at the shark. Our friends in the sub are still fighting to get back after this current that's pushed them away. They continue to shoot at the shark, and then they think that he's been destroyed, killed, deaded, and they start celebrating, and then he comes back! Because you cannot get rid of Mr. Shark, Mega Shark, the best shark. The shark then bites the army ship in half. Then, guess where he starts heading? Of course he goes towards the Golden State Bridge. And then he chops the bridge right in half as well! And somehow, our submarine friends know that this all happened. Nobody told them. How would they know? The professor and Emma get back to the ship and get on a call with Dr. Shimada. He tells them that the Tokyo theft was a disaster as well, and that they only made the octopus more angry. The shark and octopus are now gone from all radars everywhere. They're hiding from everyone. The government man says that they should just nuke the beasts, but obviously that wouldn't work. It would leave the oceans dead and distraught and like a nuclear fallout. Then, for some reason, Emma has a crazy dream montage of everything that's happened so far in the movie, basically giving you a recap in case you forgot or fell asleep or just didn't care. And then, that dream sequence finally has her figure out what they need to do. We need to get them to kill each other. She says if they put both pheromones in the same place, that they will duke it out and both kill each other. It all makes sense now. If you thought it didn't make sense, it does now. So it's okay. They all go into submarines and execute the plan, putting pheromones in the water. Then, through a video call, our three main guys talk about how even though they all love each other, they may never see each other again. They know that it may be the end. So don't be sad, for you may smile another day. They have plot armor. It's fine. They have love. There's an alert that there was an attack, but they don't know who did it, whether it was the shark or the octopus. And then they figure it out pretty fast, because the shark just swims straight into the submarine. They start driving away from the shark, but he's right on their tail. And then the shark goes away for a second, so the Navy can show up for some reason. I got really confused right here, because wouldn't, like, they see the shark as well? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But then, only 20 seconds later, the octopus takes out literally every single new Navy sub, besides our main character's plot armor. And then the octopus just leaps towards them. Back at Dr. Shimada's submarine, they detect the beasts. Back at Emma and the prof submarines, they enter a small seawall to try and avoid the shark and octopus, hoping that they're too large to swim through. But that is not the case. The shark is right behind them. So they squeeze into a small hole.
Captain,
I can't believe that they cut off her line. Like, I can't believe. Then the driver of the submarine, after being yelled at for too long, stands up and points a gun at the captain. What the hell is going on in this movie? What is this movie? Then, with no one driving the sub, it crashes into a wall. Then, Mr. Professor takes over the submarine.
Let me drive the bus.
The shark is only a second away from catching the submarine, but then the octopus grabs him and he starts fighting. The shark bites off the octopus's arm. This movie is amazing! Then the octopus inks the shark, and then we go back into Shimada's submarine. They're heading towards where Emma and the professor are. We then go back to Emma and the professor's submarine, and we find out that they had just driven back to where the movie started, where Emma subbed with the random man at the beginning of the movie. Then something hits them! The shark has them in its mouth! They get away, but the shark is headed right for them. If you ask me how they got away, I don't know. It doesn't show it, it doesn't explain it, they should be dead. Doesn't matter. They have to abandon ship. So our main characters get on a sub that detaches from the ship, but everyone else in the sub gets screwed, they say fuck you, and they get killed by the mega shark. Now, while they're in the tiny submarine, they find Shimada's submarine. But then Shimada's submarine just gets wrapped up by the octopus. Emma goes in with the submarine to save him, despite what Mr. Governdick says about it. Then, the shark and the octopus start fighting again. The shark bites tentacle after tentacle off, yet they all look so bored by this. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. Then, the shark and the octopus die, just like that. The end. But wait! Shimada is alive! We cut to Emma and Shimada sitting on a beach. Shimada says that he'll stay in the US with Emma and they can go on adventures together and start a family maybe. Then the professor runs up to them with a special red folder. There's another call to adventure and they all run off to go see what's next. Then the movie ends with Mega Shark and a giant octopus dead falling to the bottom of the ocean. Like I said, this movie is amazing. Enough said.